Hi, Skip here from Happy Camper Radio, and welcome to our brand new broadcast facility in unincorporated Lilburn, Georgia. Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes in the making of a Happy Camper Radio show? Well, today, Daniel and I are going to open the studio door and invite you on in for a rare glimpse and show you what it takes to put together one of our programs. This is where I sit every time we get together to do a show. This is the broadcast console desk. What we have here is a 16-channel Audio Arts Engineering Air 5 console. Every microphone, every soundtrack, every music bed, everything that you hear on your end goes through this soundboard before we send it on out to you. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of controls, a lot of things to be monitoring here while we're doing the program, but we try to get it right for you each and every time. It's a very exciting day for us. We're going to be recording episode 224. Come on inside, pull up a chair, let's get started. So, is it live or is it Memorex?
Do you have this on yet?
Not yet. I'm going to turn it on right now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's right, yeah.
The light came on.
Yeah. I had to do a little bit of audio adjusting here for some crazy reason. The volume maxed out, I think, for the last power surge we had or something that did something crazy. But I managed to get that taken care of before you got here.
All right.
So... All right, so you went camping where again, or hiking?
Up in Highlands.
Highlands.
On the Bartram Trail.
Okay.
Highlands, North Carolina.
Wow.
Around that area.
Okay. What we're going to talk about today is naturally the high gas prices.
Okay.
And what effect that may have on campers this coming spring.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to throw a few things and bits and pieces in there, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good show.
I might talk about your socks and ask you what you think about those.
Oh yeah. Those socks are cool.
Yeah.
Did you get the one with the $100 bills on it that I sent you?
No, I didn't yet. Those are like 20-something. But well, they're nice, right?
Yeah, they are. They're cool, man. I'll tell you what, that's awesome.
Well, that's what I want to talk about a little bit, too.
You want to talk about socks?
Well, that, and, since we talked about it last time, and, that's,
Okay.
Just something to chime in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, our listeners are going to
be
be our viewers here in this particular episode.
Yes, they are.
And so, as always, we keep it clean. It's family-oriented. And
I try.
We have fun, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, Daniel, we're going to go ahead and kick off episode 224. Stand by.
Happy Camper Radio.
It is the Happy Camper Radio Show, episode 224. Glad to be back here in the studio again. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper, and no doubt about it, my friends. You hang around with us long enough, we're going to make a happy camper out of you. Still celebrating St. Patrick's Day. He's dressed up in green.
There we go.
Hello, Daniel. Good to have you along. On today's program, we're going to talk about something that, we've talked about this before, and I hate to bring it up again. Here we are, Daniel, faced with high gas prices. What effect is that going to have on people who want to go camping this spring? Gas prices and, of course, your hiking trip we recently took. We're going to talk about that all for you today on this edition of Happy Camper Radio.
Happy Camper Radio. Happy Camper Radio.
And the Happy Camper Radio Show can be heard all around the world by great listeners just like yourself. You can find us in the iTunes Store and Podbean, Myra Guide, Stitcher, the BlackBerry Podcast Directory, iHeartRadio, Google Play Music, Spotify, and now on Amazon Music. So many places you can reach out to us and listen to our show. Check us out anytime. Happy Camper Radio. And, of course, you can find us on the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.happycamperradio.com. And check out our studio tour pictures. I keep reminding folks about that, Daniel. Yeah, our brand new studio here in unincorporated Lilburn, Georgia. Oh, we've got it made over here, don't we?
Oh, yeah, professional.
And this particular episode, we're doing something a little bit different.
We are.
Yeah. For those of us out there listening to the show, if you want to see what Daniel and I are doing behind the scenes, you can catch out this episode on YouTube. Woo. Right there on our YouTube channel. And we've got a link to it right there on the homepage of happycamperradio.com.
if this works out good, Daniel, we may do some more of these type of shows.
Oh, great.
Yeah. That's why I told you wear something colorful. And look at you today.
Hey,
you got a bandana on.
Yep.
You got your
mid-March.
headphones, and I don't know. I wouldn't wear that type of an outfit, but that's me.
Well,
Okay?
these are hiking pants, and
They're
that's all
hiking
I ever
pants.
wear.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my darn tough socks on. What do you know
Dude.
about that, Skip?
Yeah, those socks are great. Thank you for the pair that you gave me, and you even got my size.
Yeah. So a couple episodes ago, we were talking about hiking with Skip's. What is it? What is he? I forget.
My son-in-law?
Yeah, your son-in-law.
Yeah.
And we were talking
He's
about
here.
hiking. Yeah, he's here.
He's here, incidentally, but he is working today
Yeah.
from home, and he cannot be on the program. I really wanted him here because we've got the king chair over here.
We do.
The guest chair, the camping chair, which is for our guests who happen to be here in the studio.
So basically, we were talking about hiking that episode a little bit, and we were talking about socks and stuff, and then we mentioned Darn Tough. He mentioned Smart Wool, and we were talking about merino wool, and you didn't know anything about it. So I just said, you know what? I want to get Skip to, experience the joy of merino wool, really, really nice socks. And so I bought you a pair, and you really like it. You can really tell the difference, huh?
I normally don't sleep with socks on, but Daniel,
Oh, wow.
I'll tell you, I really hit the sofa in front of a movie with those socks on and dozed right off.
Yeah, and they had your size.
And they are warm too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Hey, Daniel, before we go on any further, we've got a few shout outs here.
Ah!
Yeah, let's say hello to Jason Knight, Rob Mustiano, I hope I pronounced his name right, Julie King, and Maria Cheeseman, who subscribes to our YouTube channel. Thank you also very much. Glad to have you on board, and more importantly, thank you for being a part of this great Happy Camper Radio family. If you'd like to be on the program with Daniel and I, hey, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Get in touch with me, Skip, SKIP, at happycamperradio.com. We'll get you on the show. We'll make that happen. Well, Daniel, I want to talk about this, and I know we have spoken about this before on the program. It's been quite some time. I hate to bring it up again, but here we are getting ready to go into the spring camping season, and every one of us are hit with high gas prices.
Oh, yeah.
It's sickening. It's disgusting. Everybody is feeling the pain and pinch, except for people like myself who's retired. I really don't go much anywhere these days. I pretty much, I've always been a homebody outside of going camping.
Right.
Okay. But, we have an opportunity here as campers that if we want, we can camp right out in our own backyard. I know it's not the same as going out and venturing out into the wilderness, unless the wilderness is somewhere close to home.
Yeah.
All right. But, you can have just as much fun inviting friends, family. If you've got a big backyard, you've got the gear. A lot of places you can actually have a campfire without violating any type of city or county ordinance. But I would still check on those just in the event that you do want to go camping in your backyard this coming spring. And every one of us are really hoping that something happens real soon. I'm not going to get into the war overseas right now and potential causes for all these gas prices to go through the roof like they are. But the fact is, they are there.
Right.
All right. And we've got to deal with it.
Well, I know in Georgia, and I don't know if it's in other states, but they just suspended the gas tax in Georgia till May. It's about to kick in now because a lot of the gas stations, they bought their gas. And, once they get rid of all that gas that they already paid the taxes on, the new gas won't have the state tax. And I'm not sure, but I think the federal government might suspend their tax for a while. But I'm not sure about that. But that helps a little bit. And this is kind of inside, but like people who have Walmart Plus, it's kind of like the Walmart version of the Amazon Plus. If you're not a Sam's Club member, you can go to Sam's, and of course, as Skip is a Sam's Club member, that's going to be your lowest price because all these membership areas like Costco and Sam's and BJ's and stuff, they're going to have the lowest gas. So I mean, you try to take advantage of every loophole you can to get cheaper gas. I know at down here in Georgia we have Kroger, and like if you get a bunch of prescriptions, they give you points and you can save up to $1 off in gas. And just what me and my wife do when we get like a big discount, and your neighbor Lori, she's or not your neighbor, but
My neighbor?
no, your tenant. But she used to give us her Kroger card, and it would have about $1 on it. And so me and Deidre, we would bring both our cars to the gas station, and you can get up to 35 gallons. So it's just every little bit helps, and every little trick of the trade. There's gasbuddy.com, of course, and just search online to see what the best gas price is, and do whatever you can to just find that cheapest price, because it really hurts. Like I drive a 99 Saturn, and it was almost $40 to fill it up, and I've never had to pay that much.
Happy Camper Radio.
Daniel, I'm a penny pincher somewhat. all
Yeah.
right? And I have a 39-gallon tank on my 2018 F-150.
That's big.
Yeah, it's a big tank. And if I have to put 35 gallons in and another 4 gallons pay full price, I'm going to have a problem with that.
That's a big tank.
No, but you're talking about, those points and $1 off. That's big time these days. Yeah. Especially, with things being like they are. There are a handful of states outside of Georgia that have suspended the gas tax, and hopefully our listeners are living in one of those states.
Yep.
I think every one of them ought to come on board. As far as the feds go, they're going to be the last to actually participate. Now, I'll give you an idea, and I don't mean to turn anybody's stomach here today, but, let's take a look at, what you are actually paying every time that you put gas in your vehicle. Every time you put a gallon of gas in, 18.3 cents of that goes to the feds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Sounds about right.
Now, what's even worse, the state will double that.
Yeah.
Here in Georgia, for example, okay, the state gas tax is 27 cents a gallon in addition to the 18.3%, 18.3 cents, let's get it right, that the feds are getting.
Yep.
Now, if you're putting diesel in your vehicle, you're getting hit even worse.
Oh, yeah. It's like $1 more.
Yeah, I look at that green shirt, and that reminds me of the green gas pump. It's diesel.
Yeah.
Diesel, to give you an example, 24.3% federal tax and 0.31 cents diesel in Georgia. That's in addition. That's how much money that you're giving to the government to put gas in your vehicle. Now, I understand the money is supposed to go to repairing roads. And, hey, Daniel, look at the road that we live on right now. Okay. Yeah. We have enormous amounts of traffic, and every now and then, it's going to cost some repairs. Mm-hmm. And we got to make sure that those roads are repaired. So, yeah, I do understand that, the gas tax does have to apply to repairing our roads and our highways. Mm-hmm. But, wow, they sock it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, it's something, that we have to cope with, we have to deal with, and hopefully there's going to be some light at the end of the tunnel. Yep. Again, these gas taxes, and we're benefiting here in Georgia, not yet, because I have not seen prices come down.
There's a few places that I think have filled up. It doesn't look like much, but I know like this last week or two, it was about $4.25, and I've seen $3.97 at Walmart. So that might have gone through, but like it's still rough. I mean, $3.97. I mean, you don't see the 4. It's kind of a psychological thing, but it's still almost $4. I mean, it's not $4, but it's pretty much $4, and you don't really think of it that way. But it's expensive.
Well, I've got the Gas Buddy app on my iPhone, and I keep checking it to see when those prices are coming down. When the governor signed this in Georgia on Friday, but I have not seen the prices come down yet. I don't know when it will. Yeah. But I am holding off right now. Lucky for me. And I'm not tooting my own horn here because, again, Daniel, I'm retired, and I know there's a lot of folks that do have to travel back and forth to work every day. Mm-hmm. That's a must. Some people do have the opportunity to work from home. Yep. All right. Great for those folks. But for myself, I got a big 39-gallon tank on my truck, and on average, I fill my tank up once a month. Yep.
That's about like me. But the thing what I've done is we have 3 cars in addition to my wife's car. My wife, she drives a HCR-X, I think it's a Honda, And, we're filling that up the most because that's what we use on the weekends because that's the newest car. But so I have like a 99 Civic, I have an 03 Ranger, and I have a 91 Accord. Like the price of these were just too good. We bought the truck for the pop-up, but the other two cars, one was like $500 from our dance teacher, and the other one was like $600 from a guy off our route. And it was just too good to be true. And like, I could probably sell them for twice what I, have them for now because, used cars are going for so much. But I try to get all the gas out of every single car before I fill up one car. And that's where I'm at now. So I haven't filled up in a month, but yesterday it hurt.
Well,
really hurt.
if I was still working, I would be traveling 18 miles in each direction. Fortunately for you, the post office is right up the street. You only
did that on purpose.
You only got 3 miles to travel before you park, and then of course, you don't have to fill up the postal truck. The government takes care of that.
We fill that up twice a week.
Hey, we still have to have our mail delivered.
That's right.
We still look forward to those bills coming in the mail every single month. Daniel, tell us about this hiking trip you went on. I know you came back. I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah.
All right. But, Betty told me about this. And, she told me that you and your wife went on a hiking trip, and I kind of figured it was somewhere close by. But you obviously, in this particular case, didn't let the gas tax or the gas prices affect you.
You still got to live your life and everything. And
yeah.
I want to tell a little quick story about a gas station we went to. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Check this out. We went there. We needed gas, whatever. We weren't going to put that much in. It was like $5. So I go to do it and whatever. And the unleaded handle was green and the diesel handle was black. So they have different buttons, of course, before you press it to put it in. And so I pressed the 87 unleaded, and I took up the diesel because it was black, because the other one was green. And here in Georgia, this was in North Carolina. Here in Georgia, everyone knows that black is regular, green is diesel. And I tried to put it in, and I don't know if a lot of people know this. I don't know how many people have mixed that up or anything. They've kind of made it dummy proof right now, but the diesel nozzle is a little bit bigger, and I couldn't fit it in. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I changed it out, and that was really weird. But anyway, so we went up to Highlands, North Carolina, and I was on the I planned on doing 2 days of the Bartram Trail, and but the weather was looking kind of rough. It was supposed to be super windy and -6, like where my wife was in the town, and I was about 200-300 feet up further than that. So, I hiked the first day. I did about 11 miles, and that was really nice, really beautiful sights. I'll skip some of the pictures, and it was really beautiful, and I took a lot of pictures, and it really felt good to get out there. It really helps you clear your mind. I got a picture of a campsite that you would have fallen in love with. It was right by a stream, and I know how you love to sleep by the stream. You
better believe that.
Yep, they had camping. They had a little camping pad. They had a little a ring for a fire, and a little thing that you could put on to if you wanted to grill. They had a little place where you could hang up stuff and everything, and it was gorgeous. And it was really nice. I really liked it. I ran across a couple people, and they were really nice. They were doing a little day hike, but so I didn't bring all my stuff. Some people think it's kind of cheating, but I only brought a day pack.
It is cheating, Daniel.
Oh boy.
We've been on camping trips together, and you saw what I bring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will never forget hiking up or camping up the street here in, Barrow County, where I had to make 16, 17 trips to the truck because you picked a place where we had to haul the gear in.
Well, I only put on a day pack because we kind of get started later, because what we did was we went over there on Thursday night. We stayed with her aunt in, Clayton, Georgia. And so where I was starting on the North Carolina-Georgia line and going up, because I've already done the Georgia part. I did that in pieces a couple of years ago. So we stayed there that night, and we kind of got a late start. And so we decided, I don't want you to be there alone. I don't want you to take all this stuff, because it was about 11 miles. We started about 8 o'clock, and it would have been 8 o'clock at night by the time I finish, if I average a mile per hour with all that stuff on my back. And I was trying out this new bear box that we had, and it was a big old one. It was like a 7-day one, and I was like, oh, that's just too much. And I didn't really know that. I was kind of unhappy with it because I didn't want to hang my food because it's a pain in the butt, and you have to have like a certain sack if you really want to do it right. So I decided to get a bear box, but I didn't like that bear box. I'm going to sell it online. It's like a Frontier orange bear box. But anyway, so I took my day pack. I took a couple things. I started out with long johns and a jacket. And I'm telling you, when you start hiking, I don't care how cold or hot it is, you're gonna take some layers off after a while because you're gonna get into a groove and you're gonna really start sweating and you're gonna start peeling off clothing. So I did that, and it was just gorgeous. I went to a what is it called? In that area, there's a lot of granite exposed areas. And I went to the top of a mountain. I can't remember it right now. And that was really gorgeous.
You weren't at Stone Mountain, were you?
No,
it was
about
granite.
It was a lot of granite. It was like, if anyone's ever been in the Highlands area, it's kind of a richier area, but like the hiking around there is just gorgeous. And there's a lot of bald spots. So, I went around there, and that was a lot of fun, and I just had a good time, but the thing about it is when we got back, I was like, and here's some cheating again, I guess. I decided to stay at the hotel instead of camping because
you would bring that on the show, wouldn't you?
Because it was going to be -6. I don't have a 4-season tent, and I didn't feel comfortable, and I didn't want to. And like by the next day, the wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour. There was snow on the ground. It was intense. It was really intense.
Well, snow I can tolerate. For me, I've got to bring rain gear because every time I go camping, every time I want to even think about going hiking, yes, Mother Nature is going to throw it at me in the worst way ever.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you had a great time, Daniel.
Yeah.
How many miles did you put in?
11, and I've got 9 more. It's going to be a lot easier. My next 3-day weekend, I'm going to try to bust that out, and I'm debating. So if anyone looks up the Bartram Trail in North Carolina and Georgia, there's a part of it that's a road hike. It's like a back road, but it's like 9 miles, and a lot of people skip it, and I'm wondering if I should skip it, not skip it, but that's where I'm at.
Well, again, keep in mind, considering gas prices being as high as they are, a lot of us, depending upon where we live now, there may be a hiking trail somewhere close by that you can go in and take in the nature, take in the outdoors. We have the Yellow River Trail, which is right up the road here from us, and it's only about a half a mile away. And I like to take Sadie out there, for a walk every now and then, and we get to see plenty of wildlife. Squirrels get her going each and every time. I've seen deer out there. I've seen fox. And I've seen a copperhead snake, which I would rather not see on that trail before. But, it's a great opportunity to get out, enjoy the outdoors, to relax, and just put life on hold for a little bit and, keep your mind off these things that we're talking about today that we have to talk about. And again, Daniel, I'm really hopeful that down the road, not too far down the road, that we'll see gas prices come down to a reasonable, at least a reasonable price where we can start planning our trips and going out and adventuring like we would. We all hate the inflation being like it is right now. It comes and goes. And it's coming at a very bad time, unfortunately. Because weather is starting to get nice.
It's very nice today.
I still have firewood here by the fireplace, which I need to put back outside because I don't think I'm going to be doing any more indoor burning this time of year, which is okay. All right. I enjoy the fall and winter time. I like burning in the fireplace. It's comfortable. It's cozy. But I really like burning the fires outside in a fire pit.
Well, and another thing about the trails, you said, to find a trail near you. A good app to look at is called All Trails. Just put in your zip code or your city or whatever, and they should have all the trails around you. So that's a really good resource if you're looking for something near you.
Yeah, but I think things are going to get better here in just a little bit. Yeah, Daniel, we're going to have to go ahead and plan a camping trip real soon.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even if it's close by, I know Stone Mountain Park is a stone's throw away. We've camped over there before.
Yeah.
And, it's a great little getaway. But, I of course, I like, adventuring out like yourself.
Yeah.
Not too far.
Yeah.
But, every now and then it's really helps. And right now is about the time each and every one of us should be doing our inventory.
Yep.
Going through all of our camping equipment and seeing what we have, taking a look at what we need. And if you hang around with me long enough, Daniel, I promise you will start taking everything with you.
Ooh, I can't handle that on my back,
Well,
though.
Daniel, I have been with you out there, and I can't handle the idea of going to a grocery store every single day because you forgot something. Every time that you leave camp and end up going to a grocery store, that is time that you are taking away from yourself. You are taking away from your wife. You are taking away from the lake, the campsite.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, think about it for a moment.
Yeah.
I've got a few years on you, and I've been around, and I've done what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I've learned my lesson a long time ago. So, yes, definitely take the time to go through your inventory, and if you got to bring that extra box, you're not going to have to go out to the hardware store. You're not going to have to go out to the camp supply store. You won't
We did that.
You're not even going to have to run to the Campground mini mart.
Oh,
all right?
boy.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're going to have everything right there. One thing about the menu, Daniel, I am a careful planner.
You are.
I don't
You plan.
I don't cook anything elaborate. I don't
No, you
fry
don't.
anything elaborate on the grill.
Right.
Okay. But I know what I'm going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I've got plenty of snacks in between.
Yep.
Okay. Even though I do hang around the camp, and unlike you, who's got ants in his pants, just like you and your wife, that's got to
We
get out
do.
there and hit the trail. Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. At least I have everything there. And, if we go camping like on a Friday and we come back on a Monday, at least I know that I am going to spend every bit of that time at camp.
Yeah.
And if I'm not sleeping,
Yeah.
I'm going to be putting another log on the fire.
There you go.
Yeah. You just can't beat it, Daniel.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe we're now in March, maybe about another month.
Okay.
I think we'll take a look and see what these gas prices are like.
Yeah. I mean, probably late April, I'll probably doing another little stint of the Bartram Trail. I've still got about 60 more miles to go, so I still got a little bit to go, and I'll see what happens after that, and just get outside.
Well, the last camping trip we went on up in Barrow County, my hat's off to you, Daniel.
Yeah.
You did a great job of choosing that site, but this time I'm going to make sure that I have my 2 cents in there because
All right.
I am not going to haul all my gear.
I have
from
an
the
idea
truck
of where to go.
to 300 feet away to the campsite.
I have
All
an
right?
idea of
Okay.
where to go. I'll bring my pop-up though this time.
Okay.
I'm not messing around.
All right, and I don't mess around. I bring
I'm
my
not-
tent.
I'm not gonna sweat through the night like the last time in the tent. I'm bringing a pop-up.
You didn't sweat all that much the last time, did you?
It was pretty. Whew, it was pretty. And then we had that cheap sleeping pad, and that was pretty rough. We had to blow it up every hour or two. That was rough.
Yeah, I remember that wee little tent you had, and I've got all by myself that big monstrous tent.
Well, that was
with
a backpacking
yeah,
tent,
with plenty of stand up room.
Yeah,
Now, hey,
it was big.
Yeah, but folks, sit around and kick back and forth like Daniel and I do, and you get your mind off the inflation, get your mind off the gas prices.
Exactly.
Start planning for your next camping trip. It's time now for our featured campground of the week here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Happy Camper Radio. Happy Camper Radio.
Daniel, we're talking about warm temperatures, aren't we?
Oh yeah, it's warm today. It's about to be 72.
Okay. I might get out after the show and maybe work in the yard a little bit.
There you go.
No, I don't think I'm going to do
Nah,
that today.
I'm not either. I got to cut the backyard. I don't really
Well,
want
anyway,
to.
since we're talking about warm temperatures, let's talk about someplace really warm.
Okay.
The state of California.
Yeah.
Let's go out to the
Dry heat.
Trimmer Campground. It's part of Pine Flat Lake. The Trimmer Campground is a small facility on the shore of Pine Flat Lake in central California. Pine Flat Lake, I'll get that right. Pine Flat Lake, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
It spans 20 miles in length and boasts 67 miles of shoreline. The lake was formed in 1954, a couple years before I was born, and the completion of Pine Flat Dam on Kings Lake. Well, now the facility here, it's a campground with a small single-loop facility, has 10 individual campsites overlooking Pine Flat Lake. Each campsite features a picnic table, a campfire ring, and grill. The campground is well lit, accessible restrooms and flush toilets, and free hot showers are available. A boat ramp and courtesy dock are adjacent to the campground, and a marina is close by. They've got a lot of activities, a lot of amenities there, a swimming site, water sports, hiking, fishing, camping, boating, biking, just about everything. Always going to be something there for the family. Take a look at all the information right there on their website, and I'm going to have a link to it all week long on happycamperradio.com. And if you haven't already signed up for a free recreation.gov account, here's your opportunity to do it. Okay, look for that little blue button in the upper right-hand corner that says sign up. Doesn't cost you a dime to do that, and it makes your reservation process go so much smoother anytime that you use a recreation.gov campsite and book it on a recreation.gov website. You just can't beat it, Daniel. I have been through a number of recreation.gov sites, and believe me, they are clean.
Yep.
They've got a campground host there, and it's just wonderful all the way around. And and speaking of this, just about every time that we do a campground at the end of the program, we always talk about fishing.
Yep.
Do you fish?
I mean, I have in the past, but
I have
off
too.
and on.
I have too, Daniel. And, I throw this out here regardless of where you're going camping. If you're going out of state, find out what the fishing license requirements are.
Yeah.
Thank heavens we have the internet today. A lot of times you can buy your fishing licenses online.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost you a whole lot of money, but you don't want to take the chance of having the fish commissioner or the game warden or someone coming up on you and asking you if you have a fishing license and saying, well, I'm from out of state. Yeah, not going to make any difference, okay? You don't want to carry a fine anywhere you go. Don't ruin your camping trip. Don't ruin it for your family. Get yourself a fishing license if you're going to go fishing. This is a great campground if you want to go out to the state of California, if you happen to be passing on through and you're thinking about camping. Wow, this is a great place to consider. It is the Trimmer Campground. It is our featured campground of the week right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Skip and Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
On happycamperradio.com.
And if you have a campground you would like for us to feature on the program, get in touch with me, Skip, S-K-I-P, at happycamperradio.com. And this guy's going to have a link here on the website again real soon.
Woo.
You want to email him? What is it, Daniel?
What is it? Daniel at happycamperradio.com?
Daniel at happycamperradio.com.
There we go.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. You can email any one of us. And again, if you'd like to be on the program, we would love to have you. If you want to talk about something in the line of camping, hey, that's right up our alley. Consider getting in touch with us. happycamperradio.com is the website. Skip or Daniel at happycamperradio.com. Wow. Okay, Daniel, that's going to wrap up today's episode of the Happy Camper Radio Show, our live televised version of the show. And folks, if you like to see it again, let Daniel and I know. Because Daniel, you never know what he's going to walk in here wearing.
Oh, yeah, I'm crazy.
Remember, friends, every pet deserves a loving home. I want you to do exactly like I did. Visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. You can find us on the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.happycamperradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. The guy sitting directly across the console is a happy camper, too. Yeah. And you better believe it, folks. We're going to make a happy camper out of you. Talk to you again soon. This is Happy Camper Radio.
Happy Camper Radio.